So hello there. I am doing a marathon, or I've done a marathon, whatever you prefer to say. But yes, the 2026 Bristol Half Marathon has been done by me. But there's a lot to talk about before I get there. So it started in Jan, where I signed up and I started doing park runs. Before January, I've not ran. Right, I have done a half marathon before, 2019, but I didn't run for that. I didn't train, and since then I've not run one second. Right, since between then and Jan, I was like, I'm gonna get back into running. Did a couple park runs, and I was like, I'm signing up for this half marathon, let's do it. Which is where I did this video. So, as you can read the title, this is a new video of me doing my half marathon. I feel good about this one, really good. 9 days ago, I haven't ran for maybe 4 or 5 years. I've been doing football every Monday for over a year now. I've been doing paddle, like literally 6 times a week for about 2 months. So I knew I was going to have some cardio in me, but I didn't know if it was going to translate or if, it was a different kind of energy. And then today I did another park run, 5K again, 3 miles, and it took me 24 minutes, which I got to be honest, I didn't think that was even possible ever. And I'm not just saying this. I'm actually, with sports and any kind of activity like that, I'm always quite humble and quite modest. I'm really not pushing myself. When I'm running, I'm not like, I am out of breath to a degree, but like when I used to run, when I did a mile back in the day, I was stopping, after a mile and a half, walking through half a mile, then running again. I've done every run so far, not stopping once, besides traffic lights. So I'm doing really well. So I wanted to do a little video to be like, wow, I've still got 5 months left. I really feel like I could do really well here. I'm gonna say it. I was kind of hesitant to say this. Last time I did the half marathon, 2:45, maybe 2:50. I'm aiming for sub 2. Like, my numbers right now are looking good. Like I said, I'm still doing paddle, still doing football. I don't think I've ever been this athletic my whole life. Like, I'm actually feeling good after these runs. I'm enjoying them. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how this goes. I'm not going to film now until probably the day before the half marathon. I'm doing it with my brother Jack. Well, we'll see. If it might cut to me in a minute, silly. He's not doing it. But right now I'm doing it with him. He's right now a bit slower, but he's still pushing himself. He's still doing well. I'm excited to see how he does. I'm really excited. I will see you just for a half marathon. Hopefully Jack's doing it with me. Hopefully he's up to it. And yeah, I will go and do it right now. Here we go. So yeah, since then I have ran a lot. More than I actually thought I ever would be able to. Literally between then and now, I've ran 900 kilometers, which I can't even fathom. I've been doing big runs, I've been doing hill runs, I've been doing 5Ks. My 5K time is now under 22 minutes, which is pretty impressive. And yeah, I'm actually quick is what I found out as well, which is why I enjoy running so much and why I was able to do it, is because I found out I'm actually pretty decent at running. The other thing as well, the last kind of 2 months, I've been doing like 60 km every week, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, I was definitely going into this half marathon feeding prep. My brother, though, not so much. As you heard, he was going to be doing it with me. He did do it with me, but along the way, I lost a lot of faith in him that he was going to be doing it. First of all, towards the end, the last 6 weeks, he didn't run for 2 weeks. He ran twice, and then he did run for 3 weeks until the half marathon. So towards the end, he really tailed off, and I really started to think he wouldn't do it. Also, early on, there was a run we did together. But yeah, as I go back, run this lake and come back, he sat on the bench eating an apple. I couldn't believe it. He was just sat there. I was like, this is mid-run. So when that happened, there was a time where he messaged me saying, if I do a 10K really quick. No, there was a time where he messaged me saying, if I do a really fast 5K, can I count it as a 10K? And I was like, no. And the big one is, there was one point where he was running bouncing a tennis ball, which I never got to see. I'm so sad I never got to see that. But the reason I'm saying all this stuff is not to belittle him or laugh at him, even though it's humorous, but to be like, you know what, fair play, because there was a lot of times he could have given up and quit, and he didn't. So fair play to him. He did really well. He did the marathon, not to spoil too much here, but he did the half marathon today in 2 hours 17, which is brilliant. The first time I did the half marathon in 2019, it took me like 2 hours 50. So, like, yeah, he did amazing. As for myself, though, I did many half marathon practices leading up to this. The final month, I did one a week, so I already remember the distance. I ran to Bath. That took me about an hour 55. I did another loop from my house around town. That took me about an hour 57. My quickest, where I went to Ashton Court and back again, only took me an hour 47. So before the half marathon, I'd already ran an hour 47. My target was an hour 45. going into today. So I was actually kind of optimistic, but also a bit like, oh, I've already done it a little bit. So, you know, if I didn't do it, it would have been a bit of a worry. But yeah, very happy with that. I was feeling really confident until I realised that I was in the wrong wave. Because, as I've said, when I did the first half marathon, it took me 2 hours 50. So I signed up to this one and I've said, oh, I'll do it in 2:30. Take off 20 minutes, that'd be good. Little did I realise I was going to be good. So the other week, maybe a month or two ago actually, I realised I'm in the wrong wave. I'm in the slow wave. No disrespect to anyone, but I'm in the slow wave. They couldn't change it. So I was taken off with the slow people, which did worry me. I was worried I would start at the back of the pack. It would take me ages to get through, you know, that kind of vibe. And before I know it, my PB's out of the question. So I was really worried. What I decided to do, first of all, I was going to sneak into the quicker group, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. It might ruin the day, you know, it might not work. My other plan, however, was to, it looks like we have a guest, Isla. Do you want to say hello, Isla?
Hello.
Hello, I'm talking about my running.
Yeah.
So my other plan, which is what I did today, was to get there as early as possible and be first in queue, which is what I did. So I'm here and I'm comfortably first. This is my queue for my wave. I'm here very early. It's very funny. Here we are. Me and Jack are here. Jack, how you feeling? I'm a bit nervous. We're like the only two in queue right now, but we're ready to start. Ready to start strong, are we not, Jack?
Ready?
What's your target time? What are you thinking?
At least an hour 20.
An hour 20?
2 hours 20.
I was gonna say, Jesus, an hour 20 is optimistic. Yeah, I'm saying 1:45-ish is my aim. I think any less than that'd be tough, but I've done it in 1:47, so 1:45 should be good. Yeah, hour left. Hour from now will be all good. With that being said, it was finally time to start. Now I'll be honest, I didn't film myself doing much running. I only did 2 clips. Got some photos to show off there, as you can maybe imagine. And yeah, here is my experience. $11K in, 50 minutes, I'm doing very well. I'm gonna do it, come on, it's all good for this, let's do it. It's good. Here we go. $10 miles, hour 15. 3 miles to go. 3 miles to go. I'm gonna do it. Under 140, come on, under 140. It went very well. Very quick off the bat, I was sprinting basically. Because I knew I needed to do a good time. I had my aims on my hand written down, and I wanted to start strong. I had a lot of people there supporting me. Izzy, Isla was there, Becky, Jody, Lexi, Lily, my mum. Loads of people supporting us. So yeah.
Nanny.
And oh yes, sorry, and Nanny. But yeah, it just went perfectly. It went perfectly. I did my first 5K. I did the first 5K in like 22 minutes, something like that. 10K was somewhere around the 45 minutes. I can't remember exactly where. Basically, what I needed to do, and I knew this, is if I get the 10K done quick, I'll keep it up. Is what I knew was going to happen. If I got to 10k and I was 50, 55 minutes, I'm not going to pick up the pace / do my time. But I knew if I got to 10k and I was on around 45, maybe 47 minutes, I knew I'd be able to keep it going, maybe push a bit more and do my time, which is what I did. And yeah, I'd love to say there was some funny moments or some blips or just talk about something on the run. Honestly, it was just pretty smooth sailing. Jack, on the other hand, had a few issues. The day before, he messaged me this. And then just before we were about to run, I won't say it out loud for obvious reasons, but he said this. I sent a text to my family because it was very funny. So, he was in for an interesting one. And from what I found out is, mid-run, he had to stop and go, basically.
Jack! Jack!
Jack, how'd you get on?
It's quite tough.
Yeah. Easier or tougher than you thought? You beat your target.
Easier than I thought.
Yeah, you beat your target. Yeah.
But if I didn't have stopped to take shit, I would have done it in 2 hours 10.
What was the hardest bit? Hardest part?
Probably turn around on the boat.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, no, I think once I turned around though, like once you turn around, you know that like you can push now because you know you got the last little bit. But yeah, the four-way bit is tough. That's tough stuff.
Yeah, good stuff, Jack.
Do you think you could do a full marathon?
Nah.
Now, would I ever do a full marathon? No. No, I probably would. But let me tell you right now, it is very daunting. A lot of people think like, oh, you could do a half marathon. I could do a full one. You know, a lot of people are overconfident. I am the opposite. I think it would be awful. I'm pretty good at keeping energy and all that stuff and like not gassing out. But I'm still very aware that if I did a full marathon, I would struggle. If I did a full marathon, I think around the 4 hour mark, I feel like that's like the typical, every like decent runner who can run okay, I think targets the 4 hour one. I think that's the ideal. A sub 4 would be tough. But, you know, if I did the half marathon in 1:39, that would give me, 2 hours 20 to do the extra bit. So you never know, maybe. If I practice my gels and stuff and do it properly, you never know. But that's a story for another time. Next up, though.
I so and this is Lucy and Adam.
Yes. But that is not my final half marathon even this month. Because on the 6th of June, I'm doing the Mountain Midnight Run. In the Beacons with Wills and Adam. A half marathon starting at 6 p.m, finishing whenever you finish. I think I'm going to try and do that in 2:15. A part of me thinks 2, but you never know because it's hills. I don't want to have too much on. Don't want to be too crazy. Also, I'm running Wills and Adam, so they might, like, you know, I don't, with Jack, I was very honest with him from the start, being like, I'm going to run ahead. I'm not going to, like, because he's way slower than me. With Wills and Adam on that day, even if they're twice as slow as me, which they're not going to be because they're good runners, but even if they were, I would still stick with them. Do you know what I mean? It's not the kind of race where I want to go on ahead. It's more of it's less about, the mountain one is less about speed and more about just kind of doing it. So it's kind of the thing you want to do it together, across the line together. But anyway, that's my half marathon. Wait, where's my medal? Where's my medal? Here it is. But I must say, 2 things. First of all, I wouldn't do a run if you didn't get a medal. I feel like medals are actually pretty cool. I'm going to have to get like some kind of wall display for my medal. But yeah, so that's the 2019 one. This one, nice little change, I feel. I quite like it. So yeah, that's my medal. That was my half marathon run of 2026. Will I do 2027? Maybe. I kind of feel like I kind of want to branch out now though. If you really want me to share my plans and my aims, here's my aims. This year at some point, I want to do a sub 25k. That's aim number 1. Do my other half marathon. I've got a Cardiff 10k I'm doing. Maybe do one more. I feel like 4 in 1 year is quite nice. Nothing big, not another half marathon. Probably like another 10k, a nice little chill one. And then, some point next year, I want to do a full marathon, if I can sign up for one. And I want to do a run abroad. Right? It doesn't have to be a half marathon or a full marathon, maybe a 10k. Just one run in a different country is my aim for the next 12 months. So yeah. Isla, you going to do a run with Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, so actually, to answer my question, I didn't answer my question. Would I do it next year, this half marathon? Yes,
if someone was doing it with me, like for example, my wife Izzy, or I don't know, Elliot, or just someone who I was running with, and it would be less about speed. I mean, it probably would be about speed, but it would be less about speed and more about kind of like, yeah, I'm doing it with this person who's just got into running. Or maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe I'm just gonna probably do it anyway, honestly. But yeah, there we go. Half marathon done. Happy?
Yeah.
I don't want to wear it. Sure.
2 medals.
Isla's got 2 medals. Say bye.
Bye.